about how we arrived at painting a interactive mural on our wall today, a week ago. So I have been through some really difficult times that have led the theme of transformation to be a part of my life in all ways, in more ways than I've ever thought possible. And this project here has come about because of that. It's evolved. I didn't know that in the beginning, and it's kind of become a lesson that I've learned as things have gone on through the project. And where it started was this fall. I started having conversations in my classroom with my kids. We started watching movies, talking about belonging and being able to talk, and where are we in the world, and who are we in the world, and what are our purposes in the world. And the conversations were amazing. Sometimes people don't think that high school students have the capability sometimes of thinking in really incredibly deep and moving ways that make a difference for everybody. And they do. And I've always believed that. That's why I teach high school. I teach high school for a reason. I tell my kids that all the time. And a big part of this is I believe in them and the power that they have to think about the world, to express themselves, and to contribute to everyone. In my classroom, everybody contributes. I learn things from them every single day. So this project came about in a slow process of us watching films and talking about, is it possible to change the lives of other people? Where do we belong in the world? What does it mean to really live? And in February, I ended up showing a TED Talk by Candy Chang in New Orleans based on the wall that she created, but the real purpose behind it in the beginning for me was to share with my kids a story from New Orleans to prepare them for Mardi Gras. And it turned into something completely amazing in the end. And after 6 minutes, every single one of my classes, my 5 classes, said the same thing. Miss, can we do that here? And I had no other response other than why not? Why not? And why do we want to do this? So we started with the basics, and it led us through this amazing process to this, see right here, and we talked through the whole process on how do you do something like this? Why do you do something like this? Who do you need to talk to? And what evolved out of the process is having a voice. For me, the difficult personal issues that I went through and challenges over the course of a 12-month time period tested me in so many ways as far as expressing my voice. And I had to find my voice, and I had to stand up to people who didn't listen to me, didn't want to listen to me, people who didn't hear me. And I had to keep at it through this whole personal issue time. I had to stand up for myself. I had to learn to speak my mind, speak from the heart, to stand up for myself no matter what. No matter if I was heard, no matter if I made a difference, I had to stand up and I had to speak my mind, my heart, and be myself. No matter what, be myself. And if I was myself, then everything would work out. And it did. It totally did. And so through that, the lessons of that year, I came through in a completely different way, a completely different person. And that has really brought me to a different place in my world. And my world is completely transformed. In a 1 year's time frame, it is unbelievable where my world is. And so this power of transformation, personally, it's been so exciting to bring that here to school and to my students and be able to share that with them and to see the growth in them, to see them transform themselves first. And then now through this project, like our entire school is being transformed by this project. And on these walls, it's so cool to see what students are writing and their hearts. Our school is the most diverse school here in New Mexico, and we're not necessarily in the rich area of town, and people hold that against us instead of celebrating it for what it is. It's amazing. Everyone's so different, has so much to share with each other, with me, with the community at large. And on this wall, everybody's able to do that. And so we're able to share our voices. And it goes so far beyond just connecting with one another. And Candy Chang, she was connecting with people in her neighborhoods and getting people to talk to each other. And this whole project, I feel, has gone even a step farther than actually transforming everybody as individuals and then bringing them together as a community. And I saw that happen in my classroom with my kids as we planned this project, we worked to make it happen. And then as we reached out, we had to talk to certain people. Kids had to stand up for themselves and had to figure out what their voice was in this, how we were going to get it done. And then we started making it happen. And we started putting things together. And what's interesting is that the wall went up in 3 days, literally. And that seems like the biggest part. It's the showiest part here. It's what got us on the news. It's what's gotten in the district newspaper. This is what's gotten us the publicity, but there's so much more behind it. There's so much heart in this wall, and it's the heart of everybody here. It's the heart of our students. And for the first time, I believe, we're able to see everybody's hearts and who they are and their voices every single day. Every single day we come out here, throughout the day, there are new things on this wall, new voices that are being shared. And I'm right now in the process of talking to my students about the impact that the wall has had on them and how they feel about their voices. Not just connecting, but themselves. And I've already read a few things that literally have made me cry. Last night at home, I was reading about one student who's already written on it 7 times, he said, and it's given him the power to stand up for himself and to stand up for a friend of his who was/being bullied. So that for me is huge, to be able to see the hearts of the kids here again. To see kids so proud, they run over and say, "Miss, I wrote this." Kids I didn't even know, I've never met before, and now I do know. And what this one kid wrote was, "Be happy, make someone happy." And I'm like, well, you just made me happy. You just did what you said you wanted to do. So there's so much in this, and now we're spreading out to the wider community and doing this community celebration. So our community here at Highland, my kids have transformed themselves, our classrooms has transformed. Now the whole conversation at school is transformed. People come to this wall all the time, and when they walk by, everybody reads. And that's everyone, teachers, security guards. And I've met so many people and teachers that I've never talked to because I don't come to the math building because I'm in the main building. And it's so close to the math building, it's crazy. So my whole relationship here with the school has been transformed. And so have I. Because I've had to stand up to get a lot of things done here, and in the face of no agreement at times. And I've been able to be excited enough that I've been able to work my way into the system to be able to get this pushed through and to make it happen. And I'm so excited for all the possibilities in the future for this because, as I told my students, the wall part's the middle. We work together to get so many things in line, and we talked to the community. We surveyed a quarter of the population here, 400 people on campus, have been interviewed on what does it mean to have a voice and do you feel like you have one? And that's amazing. So now we're going to be able to take those results and talk to everybody afterwards and see what they feel. Same thing with the kids in my classroom. And like that student said, he can stand up for the friend who is being bullied. And I'm so excited. I'm so proud of my kids for being a part of this, for inspiring it, and for being their voices that brought it together, that created it to begin with. So that's me, Melinda Forward. I'm so excited to share and to be able to share myself and to step up and share my voice and to hear everyone's voices, and I look forward to so much more of this in the future. So